Amigos de NFL.com/español y especialmente la nación de los Pittsburgh Steelers debe estar muy contenta porque the Steelers Nation in Mexico has to be very happy because we have a legend, una leyenda like Rocky Bleier. How are you, Rocky?
I'm fine, and it's a pleasure to be able to be with you.
Es un placer estar
today,
con ustedes.
Because I know
Porque
of
conozco
Steeler Nation
la nación acerera
in Mexico,
en México
and all the support that they've given
y todo el apoyo
us
que
throughout
les
the
han
years.
dado.
It's one of two. You're either a Dallas fan or a Steeler fan.
Hay de dos, o eres de los vaqueros o eres de los acereros.
You know, throughout my years, and so I appreciate all the Steeler
Y
fans that are out there
agradezco a
for
todos
all
los
the support
aficionados de
that they have
los
given
acereros
us through
que
the
nos
years,
han dado.
and it's been terrific.
Rocky, we want to talk about a charity game that
Queremos
you have
hablar
at 6
del
p.m.
juego de caridad
today.
que tendrán
Tell us
esta
a little bit
noche.
about it. What is the purpose of that? Who will
¿Cuál
be
es
there?
el propósito de este juego y qué es lo que tendrán
So we
ahí?
have a charity game tonight, and the charity
El
game
juego de
is
esta
with
noche es de caridad
wounded warriors,
de
amputees,
veteranos de
flag
guerra
football
que
game against
estuvieron
former
en fútbol y que
NFL
además
players, all those guys that are retired.
tuvieron
And
alguna
it's-
Except you.
except
lesión.
See, I have a sport coat on.
Yo no
I'm an
juego.
owner tonight, so I will not be on the field.
No estaré en el partido.
But it's a format and a showcase for
Es
our
un
military
escaparate para los
and an
militares
appreciation for
y
what they have. What they've done, and
agradecer
more
por lo
importantly,
que
the
han hecho
sacrifices that
y el
they have made,
sacrificio que han tenido que pagar
for the freedoms of people
para
in
tener
North
una
America.
nación libre.
And it's a great game because it's like it's like their Super Bowl.
Porque es como un
so
Super Bowl.
we get former NFL players that are coming out to
exjugadores
play
de la
to help
NFL
support them and to
que
help
vienen para
raise money
apoyarlos,
for the Wounded
conseguir
Warrior
dinero
projects across
para
the
los
country.
proyectos que tienen
But more importantly, for the fans to
y para los
realize
aficionados
that
para
soldiers of no matter what country are
lograr
just
una
normal
ayuda.
people that have a life and they have to live with
Y la
the
gente que
sacrifices that
tuvo
they
que
made
sacrificó mucho
in defending
para
this country
ayudar a la
and in North America and the world.
Estados Unidos y
I've been
alrededor del
involved
mundo.
with it for the
He estado
last
involucrado
inception for
con
the last
ellos
4 years. We have a
en los
great
últimos
sponsor,
4 años. Tenemos un gran
company by
patrocinador
the name of Humana,
de la
and
compañía
their
Humana.
military TRICARE. They service 3 million military families and
ayudan
support
a
in
millones
healthcare.
de
But more importantly, they've donated
familias
$250,000 to Wounded Warrior projects and created. But here's the biggest thing:
Y han
created more than
más de
2,400 jobs
24
for former military people
más de
within the Humana
2,400
system.
trabajos
So it's a
en
great
el
partner
sistema
to
humano
have
para
for the
ayudar a
causes that
estas
we go through.
personas.
But
Pero
it's a wonderful game tonight again, as I
es
said,
un maravilloso
just
partido que
for
tendremos por esta noche
the exposure of our soldiers and what they go
exponer
through.
todo lo que se hace. And you were on the war. You went to Vietnam and you got shot. Before you played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell us about that experience when you came back with an injury and doctors, people told you that you can play football even walk. What happened in that moment in your mind?
I came and basically, out of college, I got drafted by the Steelers, and I played 1 year, but then as it was the draft that was taking place for the Vietnam War, and I got drafted. And people say, well, how did that happen? Well, it was one of those things. I fell through the crack, whatever the reason, but I got drafted and eventually wound up in Vietnam. And as you said, I got wounded, and I got wounded twice, and I got shot through the left leg, and I got blown up with a hand grenade that blew up through my right foot, knee, and thigh. After several operations, the prognosis was that, I'd be okay, but I'd never play again because of the damage that had taken place. My thought process was, well, unlike our amputees that are playing tonight, I did not lose anything, damaged as it might be, but, through rehab and time, hopefully it will heal. But I also worked for an organization, the Steelers, ownership, the Rooneys. They gave me a chance, an opportunity. So the first year I came back, they bought me that year and put me on injured reserve. I had another operation. Came back the following year and made the practice squad. So they bought me 2 years to get healthy, to get stronger, to get bigger. Then ultimately you better prove that you could play. And by the third year I made the team and I played special teams. And then by 1974 worked myself into a situation and became a starter in the backfield with Bradshaw and Franco. And we won the first Super Bowl that year. And then played 6 more years and won 3 more Super Bowls, and Franco and I became the second set of running backs in '76 to gain 1,000 yards rushing in each. So, you know, but I think the biggest thing or the lesson there is given the opportunity, you know, and a lot of people don't have that opportunity. The Vietnam War for a lot of soldiers was not an opportunity to do anything. People perceived it you know, as a bad thing, that you were a veteran to fight over there, you were identified with that conflict, not for your sacrifice or for serving your country, but with that Vietnam conflict. So a lot of the veterans had to repress their feelings, they never got appreciated, and never got even a thank you for that. And it was a tough situation for most of them as they came back and having to repress their feelings. But it wasn't until later now that as we approach our veterans, you know, that we thank them, you know, and because of that, they started thanking the Vietnam veterans, all veterans, for that. So that was it.
Rocky, tell us a little bit about the ring that you have in your hand. It's a Super Bowl ring, but I wanted to tell the people the story. What do you remember about that Super Bowl? What do you did in that Super Bowl? And how did you feel in that Super Bowl?
¿Y cómo se sintió ganar
Super Bowl ring is our third one from Super Bowl 13.
Es de Super Bowl 13.
I have one here from Super Bowl 9,
Aquí tengo uno del Super Bowl 9.
And this one was from Super Bowl,
este es del Super Bowl
10, our second
10.
one. Our third one, and this is our fourth. Yes, this was our rings. Okay, fine.
14.
In Super Bowl 13, the one you asked
about, 13,
you know, I caught a touchdown right before the first half to give us a lead. And a lead, I like to tell people, we did not relinquish. That ultimately won the game. But anyway, we gave them the lead, and I made the cover of Sports Illustrated because of that catch. So for me, that was a very special game. And I wear this ring a lot.
Y es por eso que tengo mucho cariño por este anillo. And now that you have 4 rings like those, a lot of people is waiting for Tom Brady to get the 4th one. How do you compare, for example, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, and maybe him to get that 4th ring? In what level you put a quarterback with 4 rings?
Well, you know, obviously to be able to do that, you need a team that surrounds you. You need longevity to be able to get that accomplished. And the, you know, and the statistics. So Bradshaw, you look at Bradshaw, and so he you know, he accomplished that feat. And I truly believe, and I say that, you know, if we did not have him, we might not have gotten those 4 rings. The quarterback is an essential part in the success of the team in the long run. So that was it. If you look at Joe Montana, so Joe's got 4. Joe got 4 over a 9-year period, you know, and because of what he did there, and he was the constant, you know, being there. That team, you know, won. So with Brady, you know, he's been the, you know, he's been there, he's lost. You know, he's won. They got 3, they lost a couple, they got close, they got championship games. You know, so you know, I would like to see him get that victory and to get that fourth ring, because he deserves it, because of the level that he plays at, the consistency, and the ability to play that long on that level. So, I'm pulling for the Pats in this game.
Esperando que los Patriots ganen. So we are very pleased to talk with you. We can be still here like an hour and still talking football, and it will be very good. But we have to still talk later, and we appreciate all your time, and hopefully you
agradecemos el tiempo que has estado con nosotros. Pudimos haber estado aquí una hora, pero agradecemos la oportunidad que tienes de estar con nosotros. Son grandes aficionados, todos los aceleros, los fans de Pittsburgh. Y los esperamos para esta noche, y es un honor ser parte de esto.
Muchas gracias.
Muchos.